What's going on? Welcome back. My name is Michael. So today we have a new report talking about the future iPads that are coming out later this year in 2020 and also next year in 2021. So the first iPad is either going to be the successor to the 10.2-inch entry iPad or the successor to the iPad Air. We don't know yet, but it's going to be a 10.8-inch iPad, which is a pretty interesting size. We've never seen Apple have an iPad at that screen size. And then the second iPad, which is going to be coming out in the first half of 2021, is either an 8.5-inch or a 9-inch iPad mini, which is really interesting to me, and I'm really interested to see how Apple can fit a 9-inch display in what they call a mini-sized tablet. So we're going to be talking about these two upcoming iPads in this video. Let's go ahead and get started right now. So the first iPad on the report today, like I said, is a 10.8-inch iPad. Now, we don't know if this is going to be the successor to the cheaper budget-end iPad or the more mid-range iPad Air, and that's because we've never had a screen size of 10.8 inches on an iPad. If this was a 10.2-inch iPad that we heard is coming out later this year, we'd probably know it's the successor to the cheap iPad. But my prediction is this might be the update to the iPad Air that is rumored to have Touch ID under the screen. So this would be a really cool technology, and if Apple wants to reserve Face ID for the more expensive iPads, I think implementing Touch ID under a full screen iPad design would definitely be a good way to save money. So the bezels might be the exact same size or maybe even smaller than the current iPad Pro because this iPad doesn't need to have Face ID if they're just implementing a fingerprint scanner under the screen. So without a home button, it's going to make the screen look a lot cleaner as well. The current budget end iPad has the A10 Fusion chip, and the current iPad Air has the A12 chip. And the rumors are saying that this iPad, the 10.8-inch iPad, is probably going to be getting the A13 chip from last year. So it's not going to be getting the new A14 5nm chip that I talked about in this video. It's probably just going to be getting the regular A13 chip that came out in 2019. So now getting to the iPad that I'm super excited about. This is the iPad mini. So if Apple has an iPad mini with a 9-inch display, I think this is going to be the perfect iPad for most people. And if it has the full screen design as the iPad Pro, I think this thing is going to sell extremely well. I think this iPad is just as likely to get Touch ID under the screen as the 10.8-inch iPad that I just mentioned also. So I can kind of start to piece together everything with all the rumors that have come out recently. So the report today and Apple working on Touch ID under the glass, apparently that leak came out a couple months ago. So I can kind of start to piece everything together, and I have a couple of predictions. So Apple may come out with the updated iPad Air first later this year alongside the new iPhones. It's not going to have Face ID, but it is going to have a full screen design similar to the iPad Pro, and it's going to have Touch ID under the screen with an A13 chip. And then later at the start of 2021, with a very similar design, just in a smaller form factor, Apple is going to be releasing the iPad mini, which, like I said, is going to look identical, just shrunken down in size. And it's not going to have Face ID. It's obviously going to have Touch ID under the screen, just as the 10.8-inch iPad. So I could see this as Apple trying to separate the iPad Pro from the other iPad models while still having the cheaper iPad models look and feel modern. Because Apple can't have the home button forever, because tablets are going to evolve and they are going to have to look modern someday. So Apple, with this new iPad mini and iPad Air, they could have a full screen design just without Face ID and slightly lower internals, maybe not quad speakers, maybe it'll have dual speakers, and maybe not 120 hertz display. Apple could sell this. It'll still look very modern. It'll just be cheaper to produce because it doesn't have all the advanced internals as the iPad Pro. So I want you guys to tell me in the comments what you think of this report. Do you think this is a likely route that Apple could take for the future of the budget end iPads? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, so make sure to comment down below. So that's all I have to talk about today in this video about the upcoming iPads. If you enjoyed this video, a like would greatly be appreciated. Also, subscribe for more Apple content in your subscription box. Make sure to turn on post notifications also so you don't miss whenever I upload a new video. There are 2 videos on your screen right now, so make sure to go watch one of those if they look interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael, and I'll see you in the next video.